Creating pressure, just fight for a neutral that is super prioritized. For example, Baron, towers, dragons. Post-laning phase, the camps don't matter at all. So always prioritize vision control. You want to have your wards around the neutral objectives. Play for neutrals. After the post-laning phase, figure out where you can go next as a team. So if you need to take the dragon, if you need to take the Rift Herald still, if Baron's up, set up pink wards around Baron. A lot of players confuse when to go to Baron, inhibitor, towers, or dragons. And this is how I like to think of it. And don't take this as 100%, but I believe this is for a majority of situations. So Barons are always the best objective to take, but the most risky, because you risk getting it stolen, you risk losing the fight because Baron's on you. So that's your #1 objective, and that's better than getting anything else. Afterwards, inhibitors become more worth it later as the game goes. And the main reason why is because inhibitors are used to pressure those neutral objectives. So for example, if you have bottom inhibitor, it creates pressure for Baron, it creates pressure for Dragon or top tower. So that's next. And then afterwards, towers and dragons depend on the state of the game. You want to go for towers in the early game because they give you instant gold and instant investments towards core items before like 2-item power spikes, 3-item power spikes. And dragons are better determined based off of the dragons. So fire dragons scale into the late game really well. Ocean drags really good in the laning phase. Mountain drag's good for Baron control, for tower control. And then Cloud Drag is usually just on its own island, and Baron is going to be the key point of ending games. If your team's not grouping, then you just have to make the best of the situation. Say you have one split pusher and you have 4 people that want to group. So in that situation, you want to create pressure for that split pusher so that he doesn't get collapsed on, or you get an objective on the other side of the map while he's getting collapsed on. Another thing that you can do to help your split pusher is to ward around their side. So if you have a tracker's knife, a sightstone, or a pink ward, you can ward the enemy jungle on the side that they're split pushing about a minute or a few minutes ahead of time so that they can see if he's getting collapsed on. This video was mainly focused on objective control and post-laning phase after ganking after the early towers. And just keep in mind that Baron is always more risky, but more advantageous. And then Dragon is usually an investment. It's, can I get Baron here because we are ahead, we just ace their enemy team? Or should we make a Dragon fight in a 5v5 situation? Every single situation is going to be different. Kills aren't necessarily the ways to win a game. It's usually about getting the neutral objectives, because it doesn't matter how far behind you are in kills. If you do kill their nexus, you win the game.